please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell, so you are notified when new videos drop. And I realize it's just, as I started recording this video, right at that moment, that I have no idea whatsoever what this video is I'm recording. Now I remembered. Okay, it's all for the, again, planning and everything. See, let me explain. Today is Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israeli Independence Day, and everyone's having barbecues and stuff. It's all very nice and festive. My son bought a smoker about 6 months ago when he got the stimulus check, and I tell you, those things are freaking awesome. Those things are freaking awesome. My wife's got a rack of ribs on the smoker. It's been there for like 9 hours. Right, it's got to hit an internal temperature of 100 degrees. I don't understand it, but I just know it's super. So I was just upstairs. Overviewing everything to see how things are going. She made her own hummus as well. That looks incredible. I'm more excited for the hummus. Anyway, the rack of ribs looks very good. So she was just braising. Goes and braises it every hour with apple juice and whiskey. I'm like, oh, that's always a good combination. So I was just there before I was just upstairs. Surveying the decks and seeing her braising. So that's really all I was thinking about. I came to make this. Anyway, I remember this video is about James Franco, Seth Rogen, and Charlene Yee. 3 people I do not know at all. I don't know anything about it, but I am significantly prejudiced against Charlene Yee from looking at this story quickly. I haven't read it. Maybe she'll convince me. Maybe she'll convince me. She just looks like the type of person I don't really trust at all about anything. Right? James Franco and Seth Rogen. I know Seth Rogen's been a major douchebag of late, and I imagine James Franco is as well. But their douchebaggery seems to be a normal Hollywood kind, not a Me Too flavored tirade against all men, which is again the vibe again. I might be wrong. Okay, I'm gonna read the story together. I might well be wrong. No, I hope she wins me over. I do hope she wins me over. She's not gonna. I'm just gonna. Before we get into it, like, share, subscribe. Yes, we need you to support us. That's really all. YouTubers need your support. Us independent voices. If you like your independent voices, or even if you do, I honestly, I don't care if you like it. Okay, that's the truth. I don't care if you like it. I just want you to hit the subscribe button. Really, that's basically. I don't care if you don't like it or you don't like me. I hit the subscribe button anyway. That'd be really nice. Listen, a bit of blatant honesty doesn't really hurt. But I would like you to like me too. Okay, that'd be true, but I really want you to hit the subscribe button. That's what we need to do to stay in any way viable here on YouTube. If you're not like a multinational corporation, or in my case, if you don't think the right thoughts, right? I'm a Bible thumping creationist. I like to coexist with people. I like to talk with people who have a totally different worldview than me, and I like to think I'm very easygoing that way. But no. YouTube are not so into my beliefs. They demonetize my channel. So again, which basically means they're gonna throttle it, really, which is what's been going on. So like, share, subscribe, all that's fantastic. You're gonna be super, super incredibly nice. Go check out my Indiegogo. I'm waiting on one last piece of artwork before we finish off this campaign. It's gonna be an elderly Fourth Doctor and an elderly Sarah Jane flying around in the TARDIS. We're gonna call this one Forever Young. I am really looking forward to it. Actually, the artist sent me back the first draft. Wasn't good. And normally everything he does, it's one of the only times I've rejected a piece of art was that now we got to redo the face. Look, I tell you, I look more like Tom Baker. That one, but he's never seen Doctor Who before, so you can't really. Anyway, so this is closing out in about a week's time. Go check it out. You get a bunch of extras. You can buy the extras on your own. I would rather you buy the comics. The extras, of course, include the For the Male Gaze art cards. We love the For the Male Gaze art cards. 6 cards. They were 4, but now the 6 cards based on my I would say my 12-year-old masturbatory fantasies. And I still have quite a good. I think I had quite a good eye. So we have a James Bond one. Keep the British end up. We have Party Like It's 1999. We have Don't Even Think It's Citizen. How can you not think it? I mean, this is just such a good Judge Anderson. No hanky-panky in the TARDIS. There is a little bit of hanky-panky going on in my head anyway. I'm sensing strong emotion, Captain. I am sensing strong emotion, Captain. And the most recent one, which is just fantastic, the Force is female. The Force is female. If we hit $8,000, we're about $1,000 away. I think we can do it before the end of the campaign. Everyone's going to get this A2 poster that's like 18 by 22. It's like a big size poster. You can get as an add-on. We also have this one. The Eyes have it, and this one it was called Reverse the Polarity of the Neutron Flow, but that didn't fit into the input, the title input. So now it's called Great Balls of Fire. Great Balls of Fire. So go check it out. Thank you very, very much. Also, thank you to Bounding in the Comics for giving us this article. So we got a still here from the Disaster Artists, which I really quite enjoy. So James Franco and Seth Rogen, I don't think they're a million miles away from their screen personas, right? I think if you ever seen the movie This Is the End, they're not exactly like that, but yeah, I think Tom Cruise is probably like a very idealized version. I mean, Ethan Hunt from the Mission Impossible is a very idealized version of Tom Cruise. So I think they're pretty much who they are. They're probably Hollywood douchebags, right? They are probably major Hollywood douchebags. Are they rapists or sex pests? Look, my default belief is no. You know, I try to believe, until there's any actual real genuine allegations brought forward. And the trouble is, since Me Too, they've all seemed a bit dodgy. I mean, look, the Brett Kavanaugh, who was the one before last person put on the Supreme Court. You know, there was just all these like completely baseless allegations. You know, that's the only way you can really describe them. Baseless allegations. That did not only did they have no evidence to support it, but they had evidence that went counter to it. But still, everybody on very tribalistic went. Every tribalist went, yeah, no, obviously he's a rapist, and they went crazy, right? They went crazy, and this guy, from what I can tell, is just this really decent Christian, very moral guy. So I don't think James Franco fits into that. I don't think Seth Rogen, I said, has been a major arsehole recently, with the whole Trump stuff, But you got to expect that of your Hollywood douchebags. So anyway, let's read the story. Actress Charlene Yee accuses Seth Rogen of enabling James Franco preying on children. I don't get the vibe that he preys on children. You kind of get a creepy vibe from people who prey on children. You do. I mean, I'm like, Jimmy Savile always struck me as a bit dodgy. Gary Glitter always struck me as a bit dodgy. They always like. There's just a sense. Whereas, I don't know, Rolf Harris. Has Rolf Harris has anybody come out against? I know the allegations, but I don't think there was any, anything proven. I don't know. But Rolf Harris, I never got any pedo dar. I never got it. And the same thing with James Franco. Now, let me know in the comments if I'm completely wrong. I mean, if my pedo dar is off, then James Franco may have been a naughty boy. But let's read this and find out. Actress Charlene Yee, who voices Ruby on Steve Universe. I've never heard of Ruby or Steve Universe. Okay, so you're 2 for 2 so far, Charlene. Again, look, this is pure prejudice, right? I look at this face, and I look at a very entitled woman. That's how that's the only way I can believe that. A very entitled woman who kind of thinks that the world has to give them everything they want, whether they deserve it or not. I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine who does, amongst other things, sports memorabilia. And it's you only get red pilled when it hits your little part of the universe. So like sports has just gone a bit crazy, with the whole transgender, women's rights and transgender thing. And so apparently there's this basketball player who's in trouble because he said that the pay, or the athlete's pay, should be connected to the industry, the sport they're in. So if you're in like the NBA that makes billions of dollars, and you're top of that, you can be making tens of millions, right? You don't mean to. If you're in like something which has less appeal, like women's basketball, which makes hundreds of millions rather than billions, you're going to be getting hundreds of thousands, right? And they go, no. Not fair. Like Jodie Whittaker gets about third the ratings of Peter Capaldi. Still has to be paid the same. Has to be paid the same as David Tennant and as Matt Smith. Back in the sane world when we had The Crown. When I say sane, and compared to when The Crown season 1 came out, Matt Smith was paid a lot more than Claire Foy, right? In that. Why? Because I watched the show because of Matt Smith and not because of Claire Foy. She did a good job. Now I'm watching the shows because she's in it, right? That's you build things up. So this person strikes me as somebody who doesn't like that system, that meritocracy. Strikes me as somebody who likes the progressive side. Now again, this is my pure prejudice, just based on my first impression from looking at it, right? Again, maybe I'm wrong. And I really, when I say maybe, not most of the time I say maybe I'm wrong, I think I'm right. This time I mean it. Maybe I'm wrong. So she played Dr. Chi Park on House. Never watched House. And played Jodie in Knocked Up. And this is Fault. Is it the same characters? Knocked Up. That was the one where was it Katherine Heigl? Was upset? Was it Knocked Up or was it another one with Seth Rogen where she came out and said, "Oh, I found that very demeaning." Well, you didn't find it that demeaning, and when you read the script and said the lines and took the money, that's what's going on. Anyway, so she is whoever she is. She's accusing James Franco. She was Seth Rogen of enabling James Franco to prey on children. So this is a twofer, right? She gets to she's attacking Seth Rogen and Seth Rogen and James Franco simultaneously. That's like 1 for 2. Not bad, a twofer. He also played Sapphire in 2017's Disaster Artist, which is a movie I liked a lot. By the way, you know what? One of the reasons I actually think James Franco is a good guy, and I might be wrong. Again, I might be wrong. They bought out, was it Tommy Woo? Was it Tommy Woo? I can't remember the name. No, Tommy Woo was the name of this. It's the 90s. It was an infomercial. It was like this little Asian guy, right? It was on a yacht and surrounded by these beautiful women, in bikinis. And the infomercial was, "My name is Tommy Woo. You are loser." And I'm not. This is exactly what. Try and find a new thing. You are loser. You think because I cannot be billionaire because I am small Oriental man. I'm not making it up. This is what he actually said. Okay. They said you can be billionaire too, and he sold you this thing, which was bullcrap, and he ended up going to jail. So it wasn't Tommy Woo. It was Tommy Wiseau. Okay, Tommy Wiseau. So Tommy Wiseau, they brought him on stage when they had the Disaster Artist out, and he was about to speak, and everyone was like, "No, we can't guarantee what you're going to do." And he was just going to thank. But he seemed like bring him up on stage seemed like a nice thing to do, right? He seems like a nice guy. He's an actor. Maybe he's fooling me. I don't think so. Alongside James Franco, claimed on Instagram, an Instagram post, well, nothing is more valid than an Instagram post, that producers on the film attempted to bribe her to stay on the project when she attempted to quit after she heard reports of claiming James Franco was a sexual predator. Again, that you hear reports, it doesn't mean anything, right? There's a reason. There's a reason why we have a system of jurisprudence, right? Because if you treat somebody as if they're guilty, without any evidence, that's as bad, and they're not guilty, that's as bad as treating him innocent when he was guilty, right? They're the same thing, right? They're equally abusive, right? So that's why we have this system called jurisprudence, which means you don't get your instantaneous fix, you don't get your instantaneous, like, everything's made right, exactly how you want it straight away. We have to have, evidence and trial and things like that, rather than somebody posts on Instagram, "Hey, he's a sexual predator." She shared on Instagram an image that reads, "When I tried to break legal contact and quit the Disaster Artist because Franco is a sexual predator." Again, stating it like a fact. Now, look, if he is, he is. Like, has he gone to jail? Has he been tried? No. Then stating like it's a fact is ridiculous. They tried to bribe me with a bigger acting role. Well, yeah, they were trying to troubleshoot the situation. You weren't being stunning and brave, speaking truth to power. You were being a sport little brat. Okay, again, you're feeding into my my prejudice. I cried and told them that was the exact opposite of what I wanted, because everything's about what I want, because I'm a woman. And hear me roar. It's the opposite of what I wanted, and I didn't feel safe working with this effing sexual predator. Look, darling. I'm looking at you. You're safe, okay? No one's going after you. You're totally. I mean, okay, you do look a little boyish, so if he is into that, then yeah, maybe I can see maybe that's why you were a bit confused. She added, they minimized and said Franco being a sexual predator was the last thing. It was so last year, and that he changed when I literally heard of him abusing new women that week. So what? Okay, what did he do? What did he do? Like Smith said, you go, it doesn't mean anything. What did he do? Leftists will later also lament white men. Okay, there you go. I'm out. You're a racist. She wrote, disgusted by white men choosing power over protecting children and women from predators. Maybe you're the predator, right? I don't know. She continued, white men say, it's not women, it's just the men, White men saying, it's not the women that agree to sleep with douchebag Hollywood producers so they can get part in an ad, right? No, it's not women. No, that's just a man, white men saying, it's not their responsibility when holding Franco accountable. It's not their responsibility. That's the police and the law and order, jurisprudence. It's not their responsibility. Or when holding Seth Rogen and enablers accountable, then whose responsibility is it? Still the police. Still the victims. And people have responsibilities in life. The women and children who have PTSD from Franco. Who are they? Again, who are these women and children? Or future targets of abuse, white men performed infantilism when it comes to sacrificing their white supremacy and patriarchy because they don't actually give an F. I think the person who doesn't give an F is you, darling. I don't think you care at all about children. I maybe you would have a couple if you did, but I don't think you care at all about children. I think you want to be a virtue signaler saying you're the greatest person ever. That's really what I think is going on. In the caption of the post, Ye would specifically accuse Rogen. She wrote, Seth Rogen was one of the producers on the film, so he definitely knows about the bribe and why I quit. Yeah, again, he was trying to troubleshoot a crazy, let's be clear, a crazy bitch, which is what you are. Troubleshoot a crazy bitch and just get through the day. That's what he was trying to do and give you something that would shut you up. That's what was going, yes, you were trying to be shut up because you're an annoying, stupid woman with just blabbering your mouth with nothing, bringing accusations with nothing to back them up. Yeah, it doesn't matter that you don't feel safe. Okay, that doesn't matter. I'm sorry. So he knows that bribe and why I quit. She continued. Seth also did a sketch on SNL with Franco, enabling Franco preying on children. Yeah, because they have so many kids on SNL, right? Right after Franco was caught, caught doing again. Caught doing what? Caught doing what? You then claim Franco had a long history of preying on children. This was all on top of the corrupt laws that protect predators that make made by violent white men. So you're just bonkers, right? I mean, so far it just seems that you're bonkers, right? In 2018, during the Golden Globes Awards, at least 5 women accused the actor of sexual misconduct. Any children? Any children there? No, I didn't think so. Breakfast Club Ali Sheedy hinted that Franco drove her out of Hollywood. She wrote then the now deleted James Franco never asked me why I left this film TV business. Now, maybe he did do something creepy with her. That could be. Or maybe he made a pass at her badly. That's, I don't think that's the end of the universe. But, without specifying anything, how can you have any support? That's really what I like. I would like to support women. I would like to believe women. If they weren't found out to be lying so often, it'd be a lot easier. If people, weren't if idiots like this were like, believe women, believe it. If they weren't like that, maybe I would a little bit more. Franco denied the accusation during an appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, who is another massive douchebag. To the women, Sarah Tither Kaplan and Tony Gall, who accused Franco of sexual misconduct, filed a lawsuit against him and his Studio 4 business partner Vince Jolivet. They claimed that Franco Jolivet engaged in widespread inappropriate sexually charged behavior towards female students by sexualizing their power as a teacher and an employer by dangling opportunity for roles in their projects. Did he do that? I don't know. That's her perception, right? That's your perception. And I honestly, I kind of just feel like saying toughen up. Unless I hear something else, right now I'm just saying toughen up. Right. Franco's lawyer denied the allegation against him, saying that it was false and apparently legally basis and brought a class action with the obvious goals of grabbing as much publicity as possible for the intention grabbing plaintiffs. Sounds reasonable. It does, doesn't it? Earlier this year, it was reported Franco reached a settlement in the lawsuit. He is no longer he is no stranger to making his accusations. He accused David Cross of racism in 2017. Yes, I remember this. I think about the first time I met David Cross 10 years ago, and he made... Oh, yeah. Listen how she describes it, okay? And this will be... I think it'll tell you everything you know. I think about the first time I met David Cross about 10 years ago, he made fun of my pants that were tattered because I was poor. No, okay, when you're around comics, they will make jokes about things. Yeah, that happens. And they'll make jokes about your appearance. That will happen, right? Toughen up. Toughen up. Dumbfounded, I stare at him speechless. Well, it does sound like you're really cut out for comedy then. And he said to me, "What's the matter? You don't speak English? Ching chong ching. He was taking the piss, right? It was a goof. He was taking the piss. If that made you not feel safe, toughen up. Or find a some cotton wool that you can go and wrap yourself in and hide, right? It's something which you say to. Then after I saw it was offensive, he asked me if I was going to fight with him with karate in a southern accent. Okay. This is funny. Yeah. Then a few years later, he was reintroduced me after my comedy show with his girlfriend at the time, and he said, "Hi, nice to meet you." Yeah, he didn't even remember you. That's the point. Yes, I know. Me! It's all about me! Yeah, exactly. I will say this. I can tell the difference between this man making a joke versus condescending to me. I think, not condescending me. I don't. Well, firstly, why are the two things mutually exclusive, right? Why can he make a joke and condescend you? If you're being an uptight bitch, which is kind of like what you sound like you are. If you're being an uptight bitch, maybe somebody will condescend you by making a joke. I do that a lot. I take the piss out of people all the time. Don't get on my bad side, right? Because the worst thing you could do to somebody, the absolute worst thing you could do to someone, is make a satire out of them, which is what they did to you because you're an idiot. That's why. Okay. I hope this wraps us up for you. This happened 10 years ago, and I'm sure as hell hope he's changed. At the very least, he's scared enough to not be his racist self. Again, I don't think it was racist. So he said, so he responded, "A note to all, this accusation of Charlene took me by surprise and I was deeply upsetting. I would never intentionally hurt somebody like that. I do not remember doing this when I met her. I do remember meeting her though. She was the then girlfriend of a good friend of mine, and we were about to start working on a movie together. I am not accusing Charlene of lying, and I'm truly sorry if I hurt her. It was never my intention to do it." Yeah, look, again, anybody sane knows what happened, right? Anybody sane, which means she doesn't. I don't remember it like she remembers, and clearly we're a bit far apart on this. But I reached out to her privately and expressed that and more, including the possibility that perhaps we were both misremembering exactly what happened. No, she doesn't. She believe women. She's not going to go for that. Anyway, I can't believe I have to write this, but I am not a racist nor a bully and loathe them in real life. Hashtag Rashomon, which I don't know what that means. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, okay, so, one of those times, first impressions last. Children, I don't think James Franco's ever done anything with children. I mean, maybe when he was a child, right? That counts, but looks like he liked to sleep with women, right? Look like they sleep with women, and men basically walk around seeing who they can hook up with. That's why it's a good thing to get married and be monogamous. Get married and be monogamous. Firstly, your life's a lot better for it. Your life's a lot happier for doing that. And secondly, this sort of thing doesn't happen. Right? Both those are good things. So there you go. My name is Elon Beck, and you are Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.